Well, this video is going to be a little bit of a different format. I'm not going to edit this one as much. I'm just going to kind of think of talking to the camera, kind of reflecting on how my birthday was yesterday on Saturday. And so I was really thinking about what did I do this year? And more specifically, what did I do during quarantine? Because quarantine lasted this whole year. And so I tried a lot of new things. I had like 100 or so, probably habits that I tried or skills that I learned and then probably forgot. But all of that to say, it started small. It all started when for sports, they told us to run once a week. And I thought, oh, I can do that twice a week. I like running. Just to stay fit, I'll run twice a week. And that's how it started. The working out started. There was also a lot of time I spent online this year. I got a computer for my birthday. I really remember that distinctly because afterwards I got Discord and I played some video games with my friends. I really sucked. I would be like, yes, let's go. I went 2-19 this game. I'd be so happy. But yeah, it was definitely a small start. And so I kind of want you to think, if you could go back to quarantine, the beginning of quarantine, March or April of this year, well, last year, what do you think you would tell yourself? What would you tell yourself? And what would you do differently? Because for me, I would have started doing more meaningful habits instead of doing like kind of like party trick habits almost. Like this is the list of the stuff I started during June. And so on this list, some of the things on here are fold t-shirts fast, shuffle Uno deck of cards, learn how to snowboard, do a wheelie on my bike, do an ollie on my skateboard, things like that, where if I really would have focused, I really would have told myself to instead read books, instead start working on videos, because those are all things that would last a lot longer and I would have cared a lot more about. Because in the end, these habits kind of fall off. Even if I remember them a little bit, some of them I didn't even accomplish. And so that's what I would have gone back to myself and told myself. And another thing this is more like emotionally oriented instead of like habits, which it would be like not to worry so much about doing all these things, because it really takes a toll on you having like 4 or 5 new habits at once. And in the end, you're stressed because you're not able to accomplish those same habits because it's just frankly too many. And so the lesson I would tell myself is to only start with 1 or 2 habits, maybe 2 or 3 if they really fit together well. Like, oh, I'll work on my push-ups and my pull-ups. That's easy because they're both related. You could do them every other set in the same set. And so basically, I want to make sure that looking forward, I don't try to start too many new habits. I only start a new habit when I feel like it's really needed, and I really am sad at missing out on my reading, missing out on like other habits that I really enjoyed but just fell off, like listening to the news, listening to audiobooks, actually building my base in Minecraft. That was a pretty sick base, but I just kind of stopped doing it. Instead, played video games. And along with the worry, I also like felt really like annoyed that I wasn't good at video games compared to my friends who've been PC gamers all their lives. But I just have to remind myself that like it's literally only been a year since I've had a computer. Like that's crazy for me to think, but it's only been a year. And some of these people have had a computer for 4 or 5 years. And so to think that I'm the worst out of everyone, okay, maybe I'm not the worst, but in most stuff, I'm the worst. And to think that it's like, okay, it's okay because I have not been doing this for a long time. And so to you, I want you to remember that there is still time left of quarantine where you have extra time, where you're possibly, I don't know, a ton of people who are in person every single day or have tons of activities every single day. The thing you got to take advantage right now of is time. You have a lot of time. Even if you're in person, there's always time you can find. And so I want you to try one new thing. Don't try to do a ton, but think of one thing that will meaningfully impact your life. And I want you to try it because maybe there's a month left. Maybe there's 2-3 months left, but we don't have a ton of time here. And you have to make the most of it.